Put a ghost in a show and I will probably watch it. I do have a lot of questions about Hidden Moon. So many questions. I am so confused for most of the show and I love every minute of it.
เพียงแค่ดวงเดียว
Before we go further, just in case you hear a random rooster cackling in the background, that's from my neighbors. The rooster is right outside my door, and I couldn't do anything about it, unfortunately. And I don't think I can edit it out. I am really sorry about that. And thank you so much for staying. So, Hidden Moon gives the same vibes as I Feel You Linger in the Air, and I think it's mostly because of the haunted house. That haunted gay house, is it the same one as in I Feel You Linger? Because I'm pretty sure that it is the same house. If it's not, correct me down in the comments below. So the story is about Ken going into this haunted house and trying to document the haunting history of why the house is haunted with his friends or coworkers and how he met the supposedly ghost of the previous owner's son, Mass or Matthew, and the whole mystery of why it's haunted, who's haunting it, who died, who's dead, who's the ghost. So I still don't understand the title. Is it because the truth about Ken, the quote unquote moon, is hidden? Comment down below your ideas because I still don't understand why that's the title. First off, do we really need to put self termination in the show? Because technically, they're both dead. In the grand scheme of things, both Ken and Mass don't exist in the current timeline anymore. They tried to self terminate three times that I can remember in the show. Four times, I think, if we're going to count Sampos. Sampo is one of the ghosts. Don't know if it counts that Mass is basically letting a ghost suck his life force out of his dick. But let's not go there yet. Before we go any further, hi, my name is Nemachan. Welcome all. I do reviews and commentaries about BL shows. Please take a moment to subscribe and like this video. I would really appreciate it. Hidden Moon started a bit slow for me, but it kind of makes sense that they did it that way after a few episodes. I think it picked up for me episode 3 or 4. It was a choice and it was a risk that people may drop it before it becomes interesting. Something that happened with Love Class 2, they did it this way and it's a bit unfortunate because some people dropped it before the show gets going. It's one of my favorite show. Tell me if you've seen it, check it out if you haven't. Especially if you're like me, you binge watch 3 episodes in a row and it's not grabbing you yet, you're liable to just not finish it. But thankfully, I stuck to it and honestly, I enjoyed the show so much. I've said this previously, I prefer engaging storytelling because I feel rewarded for my attention. Engaging storytelling is so much better than just having everything spelled out for you. Like, give me a story where I'm actually putting together things, noticing the tiny details, and sitting there like, am I overthinking this? Which is most of the time when I am watching a show, I'm overthinking a lot of things. This kind of shows just pull you in, make you care, and before you know it, you're connecting the dots that weren't even obvious at first. I actually have to go back a few times to episode 1 and 2, even before the show ends, just to check if I missed anything because I wasn't paying much attention when I started it. I was confused if Ken and his friends were already in the loop before or after the car accident, but it actually makes sense that it was after. And let's talk about the suspense. When the story doesn't hand you all the answers, it keeps you hooked. You're fully invested because you have to be. Otherwise, you'll miss something important. It's like the writers are saying, we see you, you're smart, you'll get there. And when you do figure it out, it feels so satisfying. And fuck, was it satisfying for me when my theories was confirmed. I was screaming, I fucking knew it. And I was spamming the Discord group chat with my online friends with all of these theories and how satisfying it was whenever I was proven right every time. Every time. I'm telling you. Compare that to stories where everything is laid out on a platter. Where's the fun in that? No mystery, no surprises, just there it is. It's like watching a documentary where they narrate the obvious, like, this is a male lead and he's sad. Thanks, but I'd rather feel the sadness through subtle storytelling than be told about it. Honestly, the best stories are the ones that stay with you because you're still unraveling them even after the credits roll. It's not just watching, it's the experience. Halfway through Hidden Moon, I was like, is Ken dead? Are they all dead? Is Ken the ghost? Are they all ghosts? Am I losing my ever loving mind? Which is a probability. I was going back and forth for a few episodes whether or not Ken was the only one dead, especially when the first two friends disappeared in the woods. Ton and his girlfriend, when they were all in the loop, I was pretty sure they were all dead. I said, they were fucking dead, and then they escaped somehow. And I was like, am I being led to a red herring? There was also a moment in the festival when Ken took mass to the present timeline, and one of the guys in the festival spoke to Ken. Did I remember that right, or is that all in my head? The story of Kampuan and Sampo. I was sure, so certain that they love each other. I got that bagged right off the bat. I know they're together somehow. Well, not together. They love each other. Then the husband came and there was the poisoning story and a whole lot is going on. And I'm like, did I get that one wrong too? I'm so confused. The answer is no. The writers were just misleading me, making me go crazy, making me think that I am wrong. I am perfect, okay? The switcheroo of Campuan and Sampo's ghosts, I don't think that's necessary. It really didn't change the story as a whole. And then there's Bing and Toe. Am I the only one who thinks they're supposed to be together somehow? Because honestly, the chemistry, we can have another ghost story with just the two of them. Ken and Mass. First, Mass. Mass is so horny towards the latter part of the show. He does not care about getting sick and dying so long as he gets Ken on his knees. And priorities. Mass your priorities? Yeah, I love it. Is the self termination necessary? I don't think so. This is already tragic as it is. We don't have to see that happen three times in one show. But we're going to leave it as it is. I do have a question as to why Ken's hand is bleeding from punching the mirror, but not from the knife wound on his neck. Mass made it Mass said it didn't kill him because Ken was already a ghost. Then why did he bleed from punching the mirror? Is my question. Another question, not really necessary in the plot of the show, it's just for scientific purposes. Did Ken and Mass do the dirty in episode 6 when they were by the river for the first time? Context clues say they did, but comment down below what you think. The ending. Mainly the laptop, is it a ghost too? How is this magical laptop in mass timeline still charged and sending emails? What are the ghostly rules here? Please tell me. I want to understand. And that clip of Mass talking about the house in the video, is that an actor that's supposed to look like Mass? Is that Mass somehow? If it's him, the question is how? The ending or them not getting together, that was kind of expected, right? It wouldn't make sense otherwise, and this is what I've been saying about He's Coming to Me. I did a review on that. Check it out. Link in the description. Is Singto's character just going to be haunting the living world indefinitely with how they ended that show? But going back, I love Hidden Moon so much. I've enjoyed it so much. There's just a lot of plot holes that I couldn't get over with, especially since this is a fantasy series. The lore of the world has to make sense or the story falls apart. So tell me what you think about Hidden Moon. Will you have sex with a ghost as beautiful as Ken, even if it means dying? I just finished Kidnap and Jack and Joker, and boy, were those a letdown. I will probably be posting one more video to wrap up my watch list before the end of the year, like to do a wrap up of the other shows I didn't do a video on, but I watched this year. And I will work on that. You lot drink some water, stay hydrated. Bye bye.